All right. So I said I should show my face a bit so that you guys can actually see me, right? For those who've never seen me before, my name is King Igosotun. This Telegram, I think that their video transmission is a bit slow, but at least you can see my very beautiful face right here, right? So welcome to this batch of the Facebook ad training. As usual, our goal is just to see how we can deliver value, right? That's our goal, to see how best we can actually deliver value and you guys get the most out of this experience. That's my goal. Turn off my camera. I'll turn off my camera so that we can go straight to the point. Then I'll start sharing my screen. All right. So if you've been here before, if you've been a part of my training, I try as much as possible to ensure that the training is very interactive. So one thing I would always encourage you guys to do is to see how best you can always, to make sure that you can always be online, right? And be available for the live sessions. That's one thing I would encourage. If you can be online and available for the live session, it's going to help a lot. You understand? So please try as much as possible, because I'm going to be asking questions, and there are going to also be times where I would use your businesses to do examples, right? So for those who will be online, those are the people who would benefit most from this. The people who benefit most from this are those that will be online. Do you understand? So that's that for now. Let me share my laptop screen. You just let me know if you can see my laptop screen. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic if you are just joining us. Mute your mic so that there will be no distraction from the end. Hello, can you hear me? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
All right. Okay. Can you see the screen now? Can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to refresh my page, and then we can start officially. It's a pleasure to have you all here. For those who were in the last bootcamp, I think I used the same group. The reason why is so that those probably who may have had issues, one issue or the other, in that last bootcamp, they can actually participate in this training. That's my goal, is just to ensure that everyone at the end of the day gets the most out of these sessions that we're going to be having. So please mute your mic now. If you are just joining, mute your mic. I don't have to mute you now. Yeah? If you're just joining, mute your mic, especially when you know that there's noise in your background. Okay, so this is Meta Ad Bootcamp, right? Throughout the period of the promotion, I use the term Facebook a lot. I use the term Facebook a lot, right? But I want to use the appropriate term in this training. It's Meta, a company. Facebook is a product. Instagram is a product. WhatsApp is a product. Do you understand? Threads is a product. So it's the Meta Ad Bootcamp. We're going to be, because we're going to be showing you how to run ads for the various platforms. You understand? We're going to be showing you how to run ads for the various platforms. The beauty of it is that the ads are run from the same place. That's the beauty of it. You get? That's why I tend to use the name Meta Ad. So once again, I'll introduce myself. For those who do not know me, my name is King Igosotun, and this training is a part of the Digital Skill Acquisition Program by Expand Easy Digital Consult. You get? So the goal is to equip people with digital skills and teach them, put them on a path towards monetizing these skills, so that young persons and anybody who is interested in learning a skill can actually learn a digital skill in this era and actually learn how to monetize these skills, therefore reducing the amount of people who do not make money. You understand? So that's just people, right? All right. So that being said, we'll just go straight to the point. The lessons are into 4 sections, right? So this is section 1. I'm just going to introduce you to the section 1. Then we'll start because I am doing it something a little bit different from the last training. I'm going to start very practical here. The last training, I built the foundation first, right? But I'm going to start practically here. So in the process of practicalizing, I'll be building the foundation. I felt like more persons, because from feedback I got, I feel more persons will be able to learn using this method I'm going to use now. One thing we do is that we value your feedback, both your positive feedback and value it a lot. That way it helps us to be able to improve. Your positive feedback also helps us to know that we are doing something good. You understand? So I really appreciate if you always give us a feedback. We get to share when we ask on the group so that people would know. And if you give us a feedback, it actually helps people to be more interested in being a part of our sessions subsequently. Do you understand? And we can actually reach out and impact more people. So that being said, without further ado, so the first thing we're going to talk about is understanding meta ads in this section 1. We're going to cover all this. We're going to cover most of this, right? Then tomorrow, we're going to cover the rest of the section 1. So between today and tomorrow, we're going to finish the whole of section 1. Do you understand? So understanding meta ads. I just explained what meta is. Meta is the company. The other, Facebook, which we're using to promote the product. Facebook is the product, Instagram is the product, and the rest. Do you understand? So we also like aspartaining running ads when setting up a meta ads campaign. You get, I like to be very, very clear on expectations when setting up a meta ads campaign, because the reality is what I've observed is that the reason why most people do not get the most out of their ads is because they have the wrong type of expectations when they are running ads. So when you begin to have your expectation, begin to have the right type of expectation, you begin to see that you'll be patient for your ad process. Do you understand? So I'm going to also differentiate between post boosting and actually running ads, because most persons here are introduced to post boosting. So there are sometimes when we talk to people and maybe we are trying to pitch the idea of running ads for them, and then they just assume that one of them post on their page. They are completely different things. I'm going to show you practically. Yeah, everything we're going to do is practical. So just always engage me. Now, I will then go about navigating the Meta business interface. Do you understand? Because we're going to be using the business aspect of Meta or Facebook. Let me say Facebook, business aspect of Facebook for our training. Do you understand that? The whole interface so that you So can you hear me now? Sorry, I don't know. The network is not so good. MTN network has been misbehaving for a while. Okay, so Facebook actually created an interface that actually allows you to be able to Okay, hello, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Okay. I said I'll be showing you how to navigate the business interface of Meta, right? And then we're going to talk about how to set up the business and prepare your account to run ads for business and for clients. The purpose of this training is going to serve 2 purposes for the students here. Number 1, you'll be able to run ads for your own business, and number 2, you'll be able to run ads for clients, because I'm going to be teaching you how to run ads for different types of businesses. Do you understand? I'm going to be teaching you how to run. So while I will teach you the setup, you get, I'll teach you the setup. Then the next thing is I'll now start bringing out all the businesses and I'll start aligning it, because I believe that different persons here we've all come with our expectations, right, for this training. So our goal is to see how majority of expectations will be met. That's what we want to do. Majority of the expectations, we want to meet you at it. That's why we ask for your expectations. You understand? Even at the end of this, for those people who did not write it out, you understand, you just still tell us so that we can record, keep into record, and try to see how best we can meet up with the expectation. And even as we continue on the training, we will still try as much as possible to open room for questions, especially for those who we've not met with them. So that's one way we try to do. We structure our training. We structure our training to our students, not necessarily based on content alone, right? So I talked about meta ads. So what are meta ads? It's just advertising on the meta ecosystem. That's what meta ads is. You get, when you advertise on the meta ecosystem, you are set to be running meta ads. Do you understand? When you advertise on the meta ecosystem, you are set to be running meta ads. I don't know if my screen is still showing because I'm moving it here, but I'm not seeing it. Is it moving or is it stuck is it stuck at the section?
Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp.
It
It has changed now.
just
Okay.
moved.
Okay, so you guys are seeing it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
On your screen. What are you seeing on your screen now? I need to be
Yes,
sure.
I can see meta ads.
Hello? What are you
Yes,
seeing
you
on
went
your
up. We are seeing the meta ads advertising on the meta ecosystem.
Okay, I think let me just unshare and reshare the screen so that let me unshare and reshare my screen again. Yes. Okay, so like I said, meta ads, it's advertising on the meta ecosystem. And what constitutes the meta ecosystem? We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp, we have Threads. You understand? So this constitutes the meta ecosystem. You get, so, and they put one interface where we actually run ads. You understand? There's just one interface, which is the meta business suite, right? Or rather, that's the meta business suite. That's where you can actually use to run your ads. That's the business aspect. We call it the business aspect of Facebook. You know that naturally the name of the company was Facebook before they changed it to Meta as they were doing the acquisition, just to put all their products in one platform. You get, so we'll now talk about the business aspect of Facebook, right? So these meta ads, advertising on the meta ecosystem. So before now, I would always like to define what digital marketing is part of digital marketing. So what does it mean to be also, what is digital marketing? Digital marketing is advertising online. When you carry your products, you carry your services, you want to gain visibility online, you are a digital marketer. Do you understand? Although there are certain skills. So skill set differs, right? So skill set differs. So there are some persons that are more skilled than others as a marketer. So if you've ever tried to promote your product, online, probably on WhatsApp, your WhatsApp status and everything, you are trying to market digitally. Do you get? So, but when you now begin to acquire all these skills, like know how to run Meta ads, know how to run Google ads, know how to run TikTok ads, you can now say that you are a digital marketer. So who am I? I'm a digital marketer. Who are you who is going through this training? Who would you be at the end of it? You'll be a digital marketer, but your area of specialty will be on Meta ads. Do you understand? Your area of specialty will be on Meta ads. Do you get? So there are a lot of other skills that you are going to be needing, right? There will be other skills you'll be needing for you to be able to push this. So because as a digital marketer, you may need to be able to set up simple landing pages because you will be running ads to simple landing pages. You may need to learn how to do simple graphic design. You will need to be able to do some video editing because these are things you need to run ads. Do you understand? So it's just one thing I also like to equip my students with. You need to have this knowledge beforehand. If not, you start paying for those things because to run an ad, you need an image or a video, you need write-up. So you also need to learn how to write. You understand? So you need all these things to be able to effectively run ads. So that being said, that's what it takes to be a digital marketer. So a digital marketer is somebody who can effectively promote his or her business or her services online. And Meta Ads is a branch of digital marketing. It's just one very small branch of digital marketing. But once you're able to utilize this Meta ecosystem very well, there's a lot of money that can be made here. All right, so that's it. So what should be your expectation when starting, whether you are doing Meta or, what should be your expectation? Number one expectation is that you don't expect magic on day one. These days, when I want to run ads for clients, I try to go into their site, to guide their site, right? Majority of the time, I've discovered that some persons, they just believe that the first day they put 2,000 Naira or $1 on their ad, they're expecting to make block out of it. It's not magical. There are some days that every year will be very good. There are some days that every year, because it's people you are dealing with. It's just like opening a store, even in a busy environment, there are some days your business will be slow. Do you understand? So that's it. You don't expect magic. It's not magical. It's a system. It's a process. So one thing I will still teach okay, so generating leads, right? And creating a funnel so that you don't waste ad budget. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about here, because it's very, very important. Now, you spend money before you make money. Most times, I was talking to a business person recently. He's a tech guy, actually, all these people that have tech products and all that. And then I started talking about the concept of running ads, and okay, you spend 5,000 per day, and you needed to see how his mind was like 5,000 a day, and I was like, no, you are not, if you don't want to spend money and you want to make money in this space, no, it doesn't work that way. If you are starting a digital marketing campaign, except you want to be a content creator, which you would be subject to the mercy of the algorithm, right? You need to be ready to spend money before you start to make money. Do you get? So, and spending money would include testing ads. You test ads at times, not all your ads, at times you set up ad for the first time and the ad will not give you the results that you want. You have to check if you took it. Why people engage professionals for these services is because professionals are able to They are able to diagnose what the problem of an ad is. You get? So when you set up an ad, when you know what you are doing, which is why you are here, when you set up an ad, you'll be able to say, okay, at this point, this is where I feel this is at this point where I feel that I'm not getting the result for this ad. So therefore, I'll be able to tweak if it's the write-up, if it's the image, based on the metrics I'm getting, I will be able to now say, okay, this is how I tweak this is how I will tweak that, and the right. You understand? So that's one thing. So this leads us to number 3. Your best guess will still need adjustment. I'm just talking about adjustment. So after you've even tried to make your this thing now, you've tried to set up your ads. Now, you probably have an idea in your head and you'll be like, there's no way people will see this ad and then they will not engage me, they will not buy. And then you set up the ad, you're not getting sales the way you want to. You probably have a message, right? So your best guess, we need adjustment. So that's why if you are setting up, one of the reasons why I say that there are other skill sets you need to have. For example, you need to know how to edit videos so that if peradventure you tested a video today and the video is not giving you the result you want, you test multiple videos. And imagine you have to be paying someone every time you want to run ads with a video, you'll be spending a lot of money. But if you know how to edit your video, you just do your shots and then you put it together and you're able to put the ad out there within a very short period in time. You're not going to be depending on the third party's time or anything. Do you understand? So that's why you need some of these other skills. Engagement is not equal to sales. We've gotten to a point where we're running ads and then people would see that, you say you are running ads for people to teach people how to run, and then you are getting only 20 likes. 20 likes, but that 20 likes, that ad that has 20 likes has generated about 200 leads as at that time. Which is more important? Lead generation or people engaging and liking the post? People don't need to like the post. The call to action is not for people to like a post. The call to action is for people to fill a form or whatever. And if people are doing that, the ad is doing well. So engagement, likes and comments, we call it vanity matrix here. it does not equate to what? It does not equate to sales. So that's one of the problems that most people have. One of the problems most people have is that they're always looking for engagement. So you see them, they run ads. I've had clients like that who they run ads for, and they'll be like, yeah, but people are not liking it. I'll be like, we are not here to get people to like your post. We are here to get you results. Are they coming into your funnel? Yes or no? If they are not coming into your funnel, we tweak your ads. Whether your ads get into your funnel, we know that the ad is working. Do you understand? So engagement is not equal to sales. Now, you must be consistent and not emotional. You don't make emotional decision based on ads. So those people like, I don't like the way it's making me feel or anything. No, you don't make an emotional decision. You make data-driven decision. For you to be in the ad space, it means you need to be able to analyze data, right? Because we're going to have a lot of data. We're going to talk about that when we talk about analyzing ad metrics. So we need to know what are those key performing indices you want to look out for you to know that your ad is working well, or for you to know what to tweak and where to tweak in your ads. Now, you will learn more about your customers. Yes, if you want to run ads, you would learn about your customers, because ads speak to customers. You get, not about your product. This is the mistake most marketers make. Most people who are marketing their product, business people, they make. One thing they always do is that they talk about the features of their product rather than talking about the solution their product gives to their customers. So probably bringing out the problem because especially how my ad fits their problem. So your product, your adverts has to be customer centered. It has to be about your customer, not about your product. So when you are talking about features of your product, talking about features, it will not always, it does not attract people to actually buy your product. You understand? So you will learn more about your customers in this journey. That's one thing you must understand. So part of the largest part of your time when setting up ad is the research aspect. And one of the most important parts of the research is learning about your customers, right? Is learning about your customers. Now, and you don't need to talk to everybody. When you are setting up your ads, hey guys, you see that concept that your product is for everybody does not lie here. You need to be able to pick out the set of people who actually need your product. Do you understand? Now, let me give you an example. Everybody needs a bed, right? Everybody needs a bed. As if so, probably if you want to run ads, everybody needs a foam to sleep on because everybody sleeps. Do you understand? But if you want to run an ad and you are selling foam, you're probably looking for people that are building houses, right? Those are people that would want your product at that point in time. Those are people that will need to buy your product at that point in time, because while everybody sleeps, everybody's not buying a bed. Why everybody needs a bed, sleeps on a bed, everybody's not buying a bed at that point in time. So people that are building schools, people that are building hotels, right? Those are people that would actually need to buy a foam. You understand? People that are setting up their houses for the very first time, those are people that will need to buy a foam. So if you have a foam business, you get, and then your goal is that everybody sleeps on foam now, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you now structure your funnel, your ads to talk to people that are currently building a hotel, building schools, setting up their houses and everything, you can now see that you'll be talking more to your customers. So when you are setting up to a need, not everybody. Yes, you know that everybody needs it, but your ad needs to talk to a need. That's what your ad needs to talk to, a need. Do you understand? And when your ad is talking to a need, it cannot be general. It cannot be generic. Your ad has to be very specific. This network. So when anybody sees your ad, that your ad should talk to that person. Do you understand? Your ad should talk more to that person rather than talking to everybody. That's where people will be connecting more with your ad.
Network is so bad here. Network is so bad here.
You said what?
Said the network is so bad.
Yeah, okay, there's nothing I can do about that. So just mute your mic so that there'll be no interruption. But the video is recorded, so you get access to the video after the class. But just mute your mic so that I can go around and then we can have a very seamless video, and so that you can go over, you understand, and ask questions. So, but just be online. probably the network, there's nothing we can do as regarding the network. I can only try to work on my network on my end, which is why I'm looking for alternative method needs ways, right? So I have my router here as much as I have my phone connected to the internet in case I have a field network. Do you understand? So thank you. So now I've said you don't need to talk to everybody, right? And then the next thing is that data will guide your decisions. You are not just going to be reacting emotionally. I feel like this thing is not working in this way, like that. What is working, you will know based on the data. What is working, you would know based on data. So you're going to be using the data you get. You're going to be accumulating data, and you're going to be using that data to make a decision, right? Now, return on investment takes time. Enough of, I invested 2,000, it was 1 year ago. Why did you run out 1 year ago? When I set up the app now, after spending 2,000, I did not get any result. I was like, 2,000 naira, that's the only investment you've made. You are setting up an online business, and majority of your expenses should be on ads, right? If you are online, and then your only investment before you decide to give up is 2,000 naira, and you say you have already given up on it, and you're changing business. How does that work? If you were to rent a store before, and you after renting the store, you bought things to be in the store, you equipped the store probably with products and everything, and you even had to do a billboard, and people were not coming in, would you not find a way to work it out so people start to come in? Would you say because no, I invested 500,000, 1 million to do this, I would not, you just said stop? No, you will not stop. But when it comes to ad, people, because of the expectations, people, this number one expectation, expecting magic on 1 day of running ads, they don't know that ads require testing. You test until you see what works, and what works, you now double, you now increase expenses. So the goal it is not it's not a magical thing that automatically as you just set up an ad 2,000 to the 3,000, or some persons 5,000, they've already given up on the ad. It doesn't work that way. ROI, return on investment, takes time. Now, your offer is as important as your ad. Now, when you run ads, I've seen this a lot because at times, one of the reasons why I try to vet the people I run ads for, even for most small business owners, if they come to me that they want to run ads, I'll just encourage them to go and learn, because you run ads for somebody and then they don't know how to sell. Your offer, what you are offering people when they now come to you, especially people that are running direct out to WhatsApp, your offer doesn't even make sense. You don't have a follow-up system. Your offer does not make sense. There's no follow-up. There's no good customer relation. No matter how good your ad is, it will spoil at the point of interaction with the point of interaction with the business owner. Do you understand? And that's one thing that a lot of people now get, people don't know. So they just feel like okay, they'll come back and blame the advertiser. You run an ad for me, but this is not it. But when you run ad for people who have a sales structure, now people who know how to sell, you run an ad and they get to the people's DM. You can see that you can sustain that ad for a period in time. There's a company that I worked with for over a year. They do swimming pool. Those people, they will just come maybe for 1 month. They want to just generate leads. Every lead they generate, they will follow up that lead for a while. They will come again after a period of time. I want to generate new sets of leads, and they will follow up those leads. Now, those leads were not giving them immediate payment, too. They were not giving them money immediately, but they understood that there was in need for a sales structure. So that's why even when you want to run ad, there has to be a structure in your business, because your offer, your structure is as important as the ad. So your ad is just a means, a source of traffic. It gets people to you, but what they do when they are with you is determinant on the kind of structure you give to the business. So the structure now has your offer, it has your follow-up system, it has your everything, which is very much important as your ad. That's why you are setting up ads. If you're a small business owner, you want to set up ad, learn about putting structure to your business. Learn about a sales system. Probably have an SOP, standard operating procedure, so that if you see what is already working for the business, just try to highlight it, write it down. If you see a sales script that is working, that probably the first time I started running as one of the first things I did was I anticipate every question that were asked. I recorded every questions, every response I gave. I recorded every responses until, especially when it now came to the aspect of trust, right? I discovered that there was a way I answered the trust question that caused people to just pay me. Then, because my first set ad I ran ever was for graphic design training. That was the very first ad I ran. So when people now ask me, They'll be like, okay, how do I trust you? You're asking me to pay first. How do I trust you? I said, then don't trust me. Oh. You cannot trust me. This is our first interaction, but you can give me the benefit of the doubt. When you give me the benefit of the doubt, I can only promise you that we're going to do future business together. And most people ended up paying. Even when I scaled my ad first to other countries, that was still the script I was using, and I was getting people to pay. I have to be very conscious of my processes. Do you understand? There are lots of times owners, and then they'll just come back and they'll be complaining that the people are not buying. They want to do pay on delivery. They want to do pay on delivery. You have to figure it out. Me as an advertiser, I get them to you, but you have to be the one to figure out part of your process out. Do you understand? So if your customers are demanding payments on delivery, what can you do to offset that? It's one of the things you need to do. That is part of the structure we're talking about in business. Your offer, what you have to offer. Most times, entrepreneurs, business owners, they are always looking at ways to, they don't want to take any risks, and you want to put the risk on the customer. One of the best ways to sell is to take the risk 100% from your customer and put the risk on yourself, right? Why did I say that? Because your customer cannot be coming to buy from you, and then there's a risk of you're telling him to send you the money first, and then you're not even giving him any assurances or anything about you. You're just expecting him to understand. And when we know that we're in a system, here we have a lot of people who are scamming others. So why should your customer not be cautious? If he's not cautious, it's going to be very foolish. So your offer, the way you now plan your offer, should be conscious of the needs and the experiences that your previous customers have had, their feedback they've communicated to you, those bad sales that you've had, and why you had those bad sales. You factor everything in and craft an offer that is difficult to resist. Because if not, once you are funneling, it's just like funneling water to a basket. If you pour water in a basket, you hold the basket and you pour water, what happens? The basket will never be filled because it will be leaking out. So your offer is just as important as your ad. So I like to state this because the reason why people do not get results from their ad is because of these wrong expectations. They are running ads. That's one of the reasons expectations from their ad, right? You don't know the things I have observed. So that's why I actually have to bring it out here for everybody to see. So that as we are entering in this field, it's a very profitable field. Whether you're a business owner, whether you are a content creator, whether you are into blogging, whether you're an online vendor, whether you are a service person, a service provider, all you just need, put a structure, generate traffic to that structure, hold a funnel, generate traffic to that funnel. And the only way you can generate traffic if you're using paid ads, because when you're using paid ads, you're not dependent on algorithms. You're not dependent on algorithms at all. Do you understand? So fix your expectations, and then you see the magic of digital marketing. You see the magic of Facebook ads, right? So now I'm going to be talking about boosting posts and running ads. The reason why I'm going to be talking about that, I've already created this here. You can actually just see this image. Can you see the image? Let me be sure if the image is visible to you guys. Can you all see this image here? It's a table. It's tabular. The difference between boosting posts and running ads. Can you see it? Wi-Fi, can you see
it. Yeah, we can see.
Okay, all right. So now, what is boosting posts and running ads? What's the difference between boosting posts and running ads? Let me tell you something. If you are boosting posts, you are not running ads. Whoever taught you to start boosting posts, please, you need to change. Especially now, it's more difficult to actually gain sales from doing that. Now, when the ad game is changing, it's more difficult to gain sales. So at the end of the day, you end up wasting a lot of money because they have different objectives. When you want to talk about running ads have objectives. There are various objectives for ads. So when you are boosting posts, the only thing you get, the only goal for boosting a post is more like and reach. But when you are running ads, you can get likes, you can get reach. It depends on what you're optimizing for. You're going to see it now. You can also optimize for leads and sales. Do you understand? So if you want to make sales or you want to generate leads for your business, you need to run ads. Do you understand? You get. So boosting a post, there's no much targeting. There's no targeting. The targeting is very basic. But when you now come to running ads, you can target based on demography. You can target based on occupation. You can target based on interest. You can target based on buying behavior. That's for running ads. And boosting a post doesn't give you that, right? Control, there are too much limited settings. You have full control. When you are running ads from an ad manager, you have 100% control. There's not enough data, right? The optimization is minimal. Yeah, your optimization is data driven. You can make decisions based on data. You have all the data at your fingertips for you to be able to see, analyze, and then make your necessary tweaking for the best optimization. Now, tracking, clear ROI tracking. If you're running ads, then because it is optimized for just more likes and reach. So for somebody who is looking to generate people to a WhatsApp group, or who is looking to get people to send them a message and everything, boosting posts doesn't work. For somebody who's looking to make sales to a website, it doesn't work, right? Scaling, you cannot easily scale ads. When you are boosting a post, you cannot scale. When we talk about scaling, we're talking about increasing the amount you are spending or increasing your reach, usually by increasing your amount spent, right? So if you're running ads with 5,000 today, and tomorrow you want to start running ads with 10,000, it's going to be very difficult if you are boosting the post. But with when you're running ads, it's easier for you to have an ad scaling strategy, a strategy that can actually help you to scale your ads. You get? So the impact of boosting posts is just to create awareness for people to just see, right? But for ads, you can use it to grow your revenue. You can use it to grow your leads. Depending on your objective, you can use it for any purpose you want. But you are the one to select the objective you want to use. Boosting posts is just simple promotion. But for running ads, it's a complete marketing system. You have a marketing system at your fingertips. Do you understand? So that's different. So I actually opened, if you go to Facebook here now, let me just open Facebook here because I like this to be very practical, right? So I'll just go to my page. I'll just go to a page so you see when they say boost post, because I think that's what a lot of people are used to. Just give a second for it to load. All right. So it's loading. Just give a second for it to load. Once it loads, you see it here at the top here. You see that boost post. Are you seeing it? This, I think, is the last post you made. You see it here, boost post, right? This at this top here, you can just see it here. Subscription to 9.1K more account centers, account daily when you spend up to 19,000 to boost post. If I'm to click on it now, let's just click on it. I've never clicked on boost post before. So let's just try it and let's see some of the features that it has for us. And then it will just take you to where you use this particular post to create. Are we still together? All right, so it's loading. It's loading. This is taking us to where we can actually boost posts, right? The features are limited. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the screen. It has not completely loaded, but it's still loading anyway. Okay, can we see it now? You can see that here, add text, the existing text, it is not editable, we cannot edit it. We cannot generate text variation because it's not part of it. Add advantage creative is just turned on. Message templates, you can see it here. Apps that you want apps that you want people to message you, Instagram or WhatsApp. Now, that's it. That's it. Audience, advantage audience. There's little you can do. You can probably, if you want to edit audience details, let's edit audience details. You see that probably the limitations will have certain level of limitations. But I'm just showing you this so that by the time we now go to running actual ads, you now see the complete difference Do you understand? You see the complete difference. And one thing too is, when we came here now, one of the things we're seeing stories, we saw Facebook stories, right? So you can see that here now, one of the things we can do is all men, women. We can now increase or decrease the age bracket. Then we can use location. You get, so there are already just very few. So let's just browse this. Let's see. I just want to see the extent. I've never see it together. You get, so you can see both demographics, interest, and behaviors. Okay, this actually gives, so you can actually select all this. But still, now I'm going to cancel. Okay, confirm. So, but one thing you cannot see here is add objective. It means that they just have one objective, just visibility, and that's one thing that you will need to understand. Even started updating before, get more message, get more engagement, grow, get more website visitors, traffic, grow customer base, okay? But then there's no lead generation. So the truth is that there's just a lot of limitations to this, although they've already started even increasing this. So you can even get more messages, get more engagement if it's an engagement ad, use a form to collect contact information. This is for leads and sales, probably you get. So get more calls and all that. So this is it. But this is not the interface we're going to be using for this, because there's just too much limitations, and then you are restricted to this post. You cannot have variations of your ads. When we now get to the point where we're actually using the business portfolio to run ads, you will now see the variations I'm talking about, or you will not understand it, especially if you are new. You can just see that this is just here. There's no variation. You can just see how it is here. Send message, and all that. So this is how to boost a post anyways. But I don't encourage you to do this, because this is just going to be like throwing money away. You cannot actually create a sustainable business model. You cannot use this, you understand, limit your business reach. This is going to limit your marketing, this is going to limit your marketing plan if all you know how to do is to boost a post. And when you are using this interface, one of the things you would observe from here is that you'd be distracted, right? So because you have to come through Facebook, and probably on Facebook at times, by the time you're just down, you have already seen the post probably you want to read and engage in, because it's one thing that usually happens to me if I come to Facebook. That's why I don't like, now you can see probably there's just something that you will just see here, and then probably you just be, before you come to this point now, you might already be distracted. But then there's now the business aspect of this, right? There's a business aspect which we call to business.facebook.com. Business.facebook.com. I'm just going to open it here now. In this business.facebook.com is down to business. Do you understand? So this is the Meta Business Suite. That's what we're going to be using for this. So I'm just going to show you how to navigate the Meta Business Suite. That's one of the things I'm going to show you extensively. So tomorrow we'll not do it extensively, but today now I will just show you, introduce you to the interface. Tomorrow I'll show you how to create a business portfolio, the importance of the business portfolio. I'm going to do all that tomorrow, then down to setting up, adding your assets and all that. But today I'm all right. So the network is quite slow. So tomorrow now I want to just take you to business.facebook.com. So if you've never used it before, let me just send it as a message down to the group. It's business.facebook.com, all right? Business.facebook.com. Some persons have never come here before, but this is the website, business.facebook.com. So on business.facebook.com, you can see here, it's just straight to business. There's no post here that's going to distract me. We just come straight to business. If you have comments on the page, this is the comments you have on the page and all that. Do you understand? You get? So that's straight up business. Do you get? Then you can come down to, yeah, if you look at this, the left-hand side, I'm just going to use this thing to describe. At the very left-hand side of it, right? You see ads manager, you see inbox, you see lead center, content, creator marketplace, ads, and the likes. You get then all tools. So at this point here now, I can now show you the various business portfolio. For those of you who is just opening this thing, you're just going to see your account, right? That's what you see, your account. You just see your name, right? That's what you see. When you click on this part of it, you see your So that shows you that you've not created a business portfolio when you can only see your accounts here. But like me now, because I've been managing different businesses, right? So I have multiple business portfolio. You can see Banana Digital Assets, Arabian Royalty, Austin Market, Ionic Forex, Blessing Agency, Blue Wave Agency, Blue Hat Academy, Bricks and Edge Businesses, Bukola, Confatura Business, Comfort Aquawear, Created for King, Credora, Crypto Talk with King, Della, Dynamo, Enas, Style and Stitches, for many of them. You get Growth and Development TV. You can just see them. You can see them. Nacris Pool, Marilyn Director, New Song of Praise, Orange Digital, PJ Print, Queen Hazel, Quicker Scale Up Agency, Speed Learning. You can see all this now. There's still more. You understand? There's still more. So why I have all this is because now on this Meta Business Interface, it actually gives you the ability to be able to use Facebook ads like a business. Do you understand? Without necessarily accessing someone's personal Facebook page. If you were to come to my Facebook here before and you want to log into my Facebook, you will need my login details. Do you understand? But if you want to give me access to your page on the Facebook business interface, right, all I will need I want you to, if let's say you become a digital marketer on Facebook ads and you want to handle my page, expand easy page, do you get? Normally before now, if there's no business interface, I will have to give you my login details to be able to come here. But now, all I will just need to do is I will give you, you give me your email address. I'm going to now add you to my business portfolio. You will now be able to manage my page. Do you understand? You're able to manage my page, you're able to manage my ad without me giving you my login details. So with your own login details, you'll be able to manage people's businesses. Do you understand? So this is the business interface. This is the business what? This is the business aspect of Facebook. Do you understand? So I'm just going to show you how to. So one of the first things you are going to do here, right, is that you are going to create a business portfolio. For people who've created pages before, let me just say this. For people, if you've created a page before, one of the things you come here, you will see that you already have portfolio. That's if you click on this, see this drop down arrow here. If you click on it, you will see you already have a business portfolio. Most likely is going to be the name of the business page that you have created before now. But I'm already assuming that all of you know how to create a business page. Anybody here who doesn't know how to create a business page?
Yes, I don't know.
Nash, you don't know how to create a business page. All right. Okay. So there are multiple ways to create a business page, right? So I'm just going to show you how to do this. Let me first of all change this back to my personal account. Is there another person who cannot create a business page? Are we together? So now take note of what I'm doing here now, right? It's very God. If I come to where my image is, that's accounts, right? Because I have a lot of profiles here, you see my name here.
You can't see anything.
You cannot
The
see my
network is,
screen.
Your screen has
yeah,
disappeared.
yeah,
Uh,
the network is
all right.
very poor.
Thank you for bringing it to my notice on time before I. All right. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Yes.
it's visible now.
Can you see the screen
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay now.
Can you see? Okay. So when you come to this account here, you click on this account here. For me, I have a lot of pages, so there may be slight differences. You do not have. You are going to see all profiles. For me now, because I have other profiles, I'm going to see all profiles here, right? So Nashi, this is something. So I want you to create a page on your own account. You get. So for anyone who has not created a page, this is a very important part, because without a page, you don't use your personal profile to run ads on Facebook. You need a business page, right? So if I click on see your profiles, I'm going to show multiple ways to do this. You can now see create. You see create at this point. So probably if you don't have another profile, you may just see create here. It's been a while. The Facebook page has updated since the last time I created a page. I didn't have any page. So probably if you're having difficulty following through what I'm doing here, you would let me know, use a screenshot. I will tell you what to do. Do you understand? So here now, we can now click on create. Once I click on create, it will now take me to here to create a new profile. But this profile I'm creating is a page profile. Do you understand? It's a page. Though it's called this now. So the only thing I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to click it. Let's say expand easy, or let's say DISA tutorial. DISA tutorial. I'm just going to say here education. That's what I'm going to use this education. So let me just see the education website. But you are going to select any category that fits your business well. You understand? So probably if you're into fashion, you select fashion. If I type fashion now, you see different listing on fashion. So you select the one. You see fashion designer, fashion stylist, design and fashion and everything. So depending on what exactly your business is about, that's what you select as a category. Then this bio is optional. Then I'm going to click on create a page. If now the first thing you see that there's a green mark here that shows that this name is okay, then this is okay. But the problem most times is that if you're creating a page, I don't know, for Nigeria, most Nigerians usually have problems with creating pages anyways. You see there may be an error, there may not be an error, but if there's no error, once you click on create page here now, automatically the page is created. You can see that, I think, okay, is invalid. We suggest DISA, so I think the way I spelled it here. So DISA tutorials, I'll just click on create now. Let's see if there'll be any error now, or if the page will just create straight up. So once I do this now, automatically a page should be created. It should not be a difficult process anyways. A page will be created automatically. So this is how to create a page. Then you now begin to do all the necessary setup. The setup is very easy to follow through. You can see that I got an error creating the page. This is a glitch. This is not like there's no this is actually a glitch from the Facebook. It's been happening for a while now. But though there are some people who are still able to create page. So some accounts are not experiencing this glitch, but my account has been experiencing this glitch for a while. So Nashi, what you will do is you go and create a page, then give me your feedback if you're able to create the page successfully. If not, so that I will not find a way to navigate it. You understand?
So
So
I
you
should
follow.
I
Do
go
you
to
understand?
I wish to ask. So I go to my Facebook page and I click on my profile.
Yes, you click on your profile, right? So I want to do another thing now. Let me change to my phone. I want to share my phone screen. So I want to try to use my phone to create a page so that it will be easier for those who are using phones in the page creation process. That's okay, right? So I'm going to
Okay.
share my screen with my phone now. because I'm connected to this thing both with my phone and with my laptop. So I'm going to share my screen on my phone. You let me know if you're seeing my phone screen. I'll stop sharing with I'll stop sharing with my laptop now. So you just tell me if you are seeing. So can you see my phone screen now?
Yes, I can see.
Can.
Good. If you can see my phone screen, I will just go
Yes.
to Facebook now. I'll just go to Facebook. So going to Facebook here, I will call. You see this? I'll click on this part. You see at this top here now. You see this part that has my account, right? That's where I will click on. Do you get? So I'll click on this part that has my account. Do you get? So when I clicked on that, you see that it took me to my page here. It took me to my page. And then you see this drop down arrow. I clicked on this drop down arrow and you can see all the pages I have here. I have view all 69. Do you see? I have like 69 pages because I'm managing a lot of people's pages. It's my business. So when I tell people that I run ads, I don't say it like I run ads to teach people how to know. I run it as a business. I manage different businesses for different people. You can see Meridian Travel and Tour, Arabian Royalty, different accounts, A and Z Jewelry. I run ads for these people. These are people I run ads for. So at the bottom now, you can see create Facebook page. Can you see create Facebook page at the bottom now? Create Facebook
Yes.
page. Are you seeing it? You get.
Yes.
So if I click on create Facebook page, now this is how to do it. It will now ask me the page name. So I'll just say this tutorial, right? So I can just do this now. I'll click on next. Okay, is invalid. I always put this to the way I spelled the name. Please straight out. Lisa. So I'll click on next. Once I click on next, so I can just say, let me use tutor. Although I know that most likely they will not allow me to create the page. There's just a glitch on Facebook listener, tutor and teacher, right? I'll just click on create. If they allow me, see an error while creating the page, please ensure you're following, but it's not. So you may not experience this error, right? But it's something that's been on my account. I've not been able to create a page in my account for a while. And a lot of people have been experiencing the last client I ran ads for, I had to convert one page I created as a tutorial page. I now converted it for the person. That's what we used to run the ad for the person because the person experienced similar thing. Do you understand? So you try on your own end. You just click on create, and the process is quite simple, right? So for others of you here now, you will do your best to create a page for yourself. Do you understand? Do your best to create a page because you need a page, right? You need to understand that for you to be able to run ads, you need a page. You do not run ads with your personal account, your personal profile. You need a page. So I'm going to stop screen sharing and continue sharing now with my laptop. I don't know. Are we following? I don't know if we're following so far. Right. Okay. So that being said, now this is the business interface. Like I said, this is the business interface, right? So I can come here. I said for those who have created a page before now, when you come here, you will see business portfolio, right? And that business portfolio, most likely you will see the name.
Hello.
Automatically, a business portfolio was created for you because you have a page. For some persons,
Hello.
automatically a business portfolio. Nana, is there any reason you're interrupting it? Okay. So a business portfolio was created for you because
Yeah,
you have
I would like to ask a
it.
question.
Okay. Can it wait till the end of the session? So the
Hello, Ken. I would like to ask a question.
okay, is it urgent? Okay, ask.
Oh, okay, okay. What I'm trying to ask is about the creating of the page.
Okay.
How will it be linked to your normal Facebook account?
You are
After
creating it
creating
on
the
your
new
normal
page, how will
Facebook.
it be linked to
You are
the
creating it
old Facebook
on your
account?
normal Facebook account. Do you understand? You are not creating new login details. It's your Facebook account you have. You create
I
the
don't know
page.
if you understand my question.
I'm hearing you. Ask the question again. Ask your question again.
Oh, okay. So I should use I should use my normal.
Ask your question, please. Just be fast with the question now. You know, you interrupted this.
I'm
Go
saying you
straight
said
to
we
the
should
question.
create a new page for our our aids, and I'm asking if it's going to. Yeah, I'm
Hello.
asking if after creating it, it will be linked to your your old Facebook account, or it will be different accounts.
It's same account. A page is not a profile. That's why I said that it's why it's
Let's
a
go on,
page.
sir. Let's go on.
While it's a page, is because I will answer your question. Why is it now? I showed you something now. I have one account here. This is one account, right? This is one account that I have. I don't know if you are seeing my screen. This is one account. This is my account. King Ego Sotu in Tekume. All these things you are seeing here, Expand Easy is a page I created. The only way I can access Expand Easy is if I log into my account. King Ego Sotu in Tekume. I put login details. You get my email address and password. Once I'm able to do that, I log in before I can now access Expand Easy. But Expand Easy is going to be treated completely as a business because I can give someone access to manage this Expand Easy account without necessarily giving the person access to my login details. So the person will not have access to my login details. I will only be able to give this person certain permissions to manage this Expand Easy page. Do you understand? That's why on this now, on my own account now, you can see multiple accounts here. You can see Expand Easy. You
Okay,
can,
I get you, sir. I get you
yeah,
very well. I get you.
you can see A and Z Jewelry. All these are people's pages, but I am managing them. I don't have access to their login details, but I can manage their business. That's why when you create a business, creating a page is creating an identity for your business, which is separate from your own identity. Do you understand? You can be posting with your face, and you can be doing everything. But then your business alone, do you get? You can now have assistants with managing your page without necessarily managing your account. You get? So therefore, you will not be secure. So for the assistant to be able to manage your page, if you give her the permission, she will just log into a normal account alone and she'll be able to access this profile. That's how it works. Do you understand? So that's that. So one of the tasks you're going to do for those who do not have a page, you're going to create a page, right? You're going to create a page for yourself. So this is, for those who've created pages before, you will most likely come to your business manager, that's business.facebook.com, and you're going to see this the business portfolio, right? So you see business portfolio. Some persons do not have business portfolio. So the only thing you will see here is your account. Do you get? The only thing you see here is your account. So please mute your mic if there's noise in your environment. The only thing you may see here is your account. Do you understand? And everything that is located as associated with your account. So at the bottom, you now see here to create a business portfolio. Do you understand? You now see here to create a business portfolio because this is the very first point. So creating a business portfolio now gives you, it's like renting an office. In this office space that you are going to have now on Facebook, the Facebook business meta suite. On this office space is where you now connect all your assets. I'm going to show you. Let me use, okay, I'll just use this one, Manage to Consult. Is where you now connect all your assets. So what are the assets you can have on Meta, right? You can have a page, a WhatsApp account, an Instagram account. You can have your ad account, your data set, otherwise, or your pixels, otherwise currently known as your data set. All these are the assets. And then you can have the people managing your account. So I just opened one of my portfolio here, Banana Digital Consult, right? I just opened one of them here. You can actually see the first things first here is you see people, right? Users or people. You cannot see my screen. Should be able to see my screen. Is that okay? Everybody cannot see the screen. Is there anybody seeing the screen? Is there anyone seeing my screen?
The screen just came on now.
Huh?
I can see your screen. I can see your screen.
Actually, can you still see my screen?
I can see. I can
Your
see
screen is
you.
on. Your screen is on.
Okay, all right. Okay, so here now, the
Your
business
screen
assets
is
we're talking
on.
about, manage, no problem, I've had you. This is where we manage people, we manage assets associated with our account. So you can see people here. For this account now, we have a couple of people that are managing it. We have the Boma, receive from Instagram. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic. Wow. So you have in Aruve, if you're gonna, you have King Gigo Sotokuma, which is me. These are the people managing it. So if there's anything even happening to my account, all these people will be able to access this business manager and they'll be able to manage it effectively. Are you seeing it? They'll be able to manage because all these are backup accounts I have. Because in cases where people have problem with their Facebook, and when you have problem with your Facebook, you don't need to have problem with your business. When you are able to now create a business portfolio and do the necessary backing, add people to it, you don't need to have problem with your business. Do you understand? So I think recently a friend of mine called me. He traveled and he called me that he woke up one day, they were telling him that he doesn't have access to his account anymore, that they deleted the account and all that. So what he was asking was, he called to ask me if he gave me access to his business portfolio that I was using to run ads. Unfortunately, he didn't give me access to it. You get, at the end of the day, I was able to recover his account, but there was one other account he had attached to the business portfolio. You get, that was what he was using before he was able to recover his Facebook account. That's what he was using. So that's the beautiful part of it. When you are running business, if you can add people. So let's say you're a husband and you have a wife, or you're a wife, you have a husband, you can add their account to your business portfolio and give these people full control, so that in the event that anything happens to your account, probably you experience restriction, anything, as you're running ads, those persons you use the account to manage it. Do you understand? You can also add other partners to manage your account, another business portfolio to manage your account. But we're not going to all that yet. So you can see pages. These are pages associated with this page. All this we call what? We call the business assets. Do you understand? So these are pages. If I click on page now, it will open. These are pages associated with this. You can see them now. You can see it because at times I use some of my business portfolio to run ads for different pages at times. You get, because a lot of times to go and add you to the business portfolio, they don't know how to do it. So you can just get access to their page and you use your business. So you can see these are pages that are associated with this, right? These are pages associated with this this thing. So all this, we call them what? Business assets. Do you understand? So pages, accounts, you just have ad accounts. Ad account is where you'll be paying money into. That's the account you'll be paying money into for you to be able to run ad. That's what we call an ad account. It's just like your wallet. Do you understand? The wallet that you'll be funding to be able to run ads. I will show you how to go about creating it. Do you understand? So we also have here an Instagram account. You can connect your WhatsApp, you can connect your threads, you can connect your Instagram. So you connect all your assets here, so that you don't need the distraction of going to the main Facebook. You can just come to your business portfolio here and you'll be able to do everything that pertains to your business, respond to comments, post. You do everything here without the distraction. And you can also get admins, you can get employees and add them to every one of your business without necessarily giving them login details. I don't know if you guys are understanding the importance of this business aspect. Without giving your login details, all you just need is their email address, and you'll be able to do that. So I'm going to be showing you how each and every one of this is done. Then we also have data sources, because there are times you need to run ads to a website. When you run ads to a website, what do you need? You need to be able to track what's happening on your website on Facebook. You understand? And for you to be able to do that, there has to be a connector, and that connector is what we call data sets and pixels. Do you understand? So I'm also going to show you how to do all this, right? As part of it. I just wanted to give you an overview of the Meta business portfolio. You understand? The Meta business portfolio, business aspect of Facebook. So this will now give you an understanding of what we're going to do. So you can see that for some persons now, it may seem like a complex process, but I'm going to break it down. One of the things God has blessed me with is the ability to break things down for people. It's just that at any point where you are confused, you just always let me know that this is where you need to come back and you understand, I'm a bit confused here, right? So that's that. I'm going to be stopping here today so that I'm not going to overwhelm you, because I've given a lot of information. So today we're able to talk about understanding meta ads, expectations when starting an ad campaign, differentiating between post-boosting running ads, And then I just showed you a little bit of the Meta Business Interface, right? So tomorrow we will now teach you in total how to navigate the Meta Business Interface, how to create a business portfolio, how to set up your Meta Business portfolio and all the associated accounts and assets, business assets, adding them to it, and set up your pages, your ads, your account now for running ads, both for your business and for clients. I'll also show you how to, if all this becomes overwhelming tomorrow, we'll now extend it to the next day, and also how to fund your account. And after which will now come after which the next session is now setting up ads. Do you understand? That's going to be the next section, because I want to finish section 1, 2 days, 3 days at most. That's what we're going to do, but I will not overwhelm you with information. Do you understand? So this is the part of cover now, down to navigating the business process. So we'll continue from navigation down to funding your accounts tomorrow. But what you are going to expect, what I'm going to expect from you to do today is I expect you to, let me just go and type it here. So if you create a page, I'm expecting you to create your page, create your business page, right? Then go over to business.facebook.com and just play around it with the information you got from this video. Do you get? So tomorrow I will still show you guys how to navigate, but this is the task. Create your business page before tomorrow, and then just go to business.facebook.com and just play around it. So tomorrow we'll now go into all this practically, right? So that's how that's what we're going to do, right? That's what we're going to do. So I'll be opening the floor now for questions, parting of thoughts, and any other thing that you feel important, right? So if you have any questions, you would let me know at this point. So thank you very much. The floor is open for questions. Is there no question?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay, Nashi.
Yeah. Thank you for the teaching tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wish to ask, when you were introducing how to create a page, the network was glitching. When I go to my Facebook page, I click on my profile picture.
Yes.
So I will see a drop down. I will see create a page. I'll click on it.
Yes.
Then I'll see a drop down arrow. I will click on it and follow the steps as you showed us here.
Yes. If you are confused at any point, use a screenshot. Send a screenshot of the point where you are confused, and then send it.
Okay.
So that I'll be able to use that screenshot to help you navigate. The reason why I will always tell you to send a screenshot, it shows that you are practicalizing. Because most times when people come and just ask questions and then they will not do, you just seem like they just went through the training, they did not try to practicalize. So when you are practicalizing it, at any point you are confused, just send a screenshot to the group, right? I sent a link.
Okay.
I sent a link to the WhatsApp group. I don't think you have joined the WhatsApp group. Please join the WhatsApp support group. I sent a link. You get, so join the WhatsApp support group so that it's for faster response. WhatsApp will be the best place for faster response. I would also send a link to the WhatsApp support group. You understand? So again, for you to join. So that way, any question you ask, ask with screenshots if it's practical based.
Okay. Thank you. If you create a business page and you later on feel like you want to change a name, is it possible to change the name?
Yes, it's possible to change the name.
Okay. Thank you.
It's possible to change the name. All right. Okay. So
hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Sir, as a farmer, how do this help me?
What do you produce?
Vegetables. In your own analysis, how will this help?
That's why I'm asking you a question now. What do you produce? The thing is, when you ask a question, you have to be able to answer it. What do you produce?
I
What type
said
of vegetables do you
vegetables.
produce?
Uh,
What type of vegetables do you produce?
that is cabbage, cucumber, okra, then pepper.
Is it in large scale? Do you start in large
Yes,
scale?
please. Yes, please.
Do you now? How does this help you? If you are looking for people to buy your product, what's the best way to look for people to buy your product? Is it not advertising? When you advertise, you get people to buy the product. So that's how it helps you. So rather than looking for customers, customers are drawn to your product. So what you do with ads is you create demand for your product. So before supply is available, demand is already there. Do you understand? So as a farmer, as any business person, right? This Facebook ads is advertising. I believe you know about. Don't you do ads? Don't you market your product? Do you market your product currently?
I do.
Good.
But I do it
So
on WhatsApp.
the only difference now is on a larger scale. That's why I gave you. Were you at the
Okay.
beginning of the training? Were you at the beginning of the training? Because I
Yes,
actually
please.
explained a little bit what. Yes. So the only difference now is you're not going to do it on a larger scale, especially if you want to reach across to people. WhatsApp only gives you access to your friends and family. True of us. I would never see your product on WhatsApp
Yeah,
if
true.
I'm not saved your number. But when you want to sell to strangers, you want more people to reach out to you want to reach out to more people. That's when you use ads. Do you understand? When you now want to sell, you want to increase your order rates, you want to sell to strangers, you want more people to know about customers, you now run ads to get new customers. WhatsApp is family and friends, or probably customers that have saved your number and you have their number. No new person will see your this thing from your WhatsApp. It's only people that have your number and you have their number saved. Do you understand? But when you run an ad, new people will be seeing your products every day, or they'll be seeing your ads every day. So if you tell them you sell pepper and then they're interested in the pepper, they will message you if it's a simple messaging ad that you set up. Do you understand? So that's how it helps you.
I get you, bro. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, but what you would do is just go to Google is how can I use Facebook ads? So that I think you still need it. How can I use Facebook ads to improve my business? So you can read up on that also. It will still further deepen your understanding. Do you understand? Then you'll be more so you now understand. So thank you very much for the question. Is there any other question? No other question? Hello? All right. In the absence of question, because I'm still opening. Okay, I think somebody is raising hands. Oladipo, I think the reason why your mic is muted was because you did not unmute it before. Oladipo, you are allowed to speak now. If you are raising hands and it's not by mistake. Oladipo.
Yeah, I want to speak, but I've been raising hands since I can't be
Okay,
able
all
to
right.
speak.
Okay,
Well
talk.
done. I really appreciate you very much. I really appreciate you for all your teaching, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
So what I want to ask, you said something about page. So is it after creating the page, then you now further to create the portfolio?
Yes, you need a page. You don't need a page to create a portfolio anyways, but you need a page. So the simplest thing to do is creating a page first. So create a page. Then
Okay.
tomorrow I'll show you guys how to create a portfolio. How to now add your
All right.
page to the portfolio you're creating. Yeah, so that's one of the
Oh,
first things you will do, because your identity
thank
of your
you.
business is not the portfolio, is the page. The page is the identity of the business. Do you understand? The page is what
It's
people will
just the way
see.
to
It's just
create
like
the page.
it's the business profile. Yes. So follow the procedure I taught on creating the page. If you have any question, forward with a screenshot.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah, you're welcome. So is there another person with question? I think there was another person that raised hand. Nana, I think you're raising your hand. I think at a point I muted you because there was noise coming from the background. Nana, one of the other Nana, not the one that had asked question before. Nana, or I don't know how you guys call it. Okay. Is there any other question? Is there any other question? Is there any other question? All right. In the absence of questions, so as normal, what I would always encourage us to do is, for me, this is something people can always do for me, is just to always leave a review on the preparatory group. Just talk about your experience, especially this start. It prompts other people to want to join in. So just talk about your experience. Oh, I was part of this training, or things down, or you understand anything you feel that is good that you got from this training, you just talk about it on the preparatory group. If you can do that, if I get 2 or 3 persons doing that on the preparatory group, it would mean a lot to me. So please, I would just indulge that. We can actually, if we can do that, I would appreciate it. So thank you very much for those of you in attendance. Like I would always say, the fact that you're in attendance gives me the courage to come back tomorrow. And if I came online and no one was here, I would not be able to teach. There'll be nobody to teach. So your attendance means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And I encourage that we all continue to be in attendance. It should not wax cold. The zeal for this day one should not wax cold as we continue, so that I'll be able to cover everything that is needed as pertains to this. And I want people who they will transform their business life, because it's only when you guys are implementing that's how when I will see results for this training that we are having. So thank you very much once again for being in attendance. The video will be made available shortly after the session. So I would appreciate just drop a review. If it's what you got from, probably if it was where I broke down the training and everything that you benefited from it, just drop a review on the preparatory group. It will encourage others to want to be a part of it for their own sake. So do well to go over the video again and put into practice what you've taught, and then carry out the task. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Do have a wonderful night rest.
Thank you.